I feel like an award show host. I'm like, hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome to...
Hello, it's Glenn Close.
And I'm Andra Day. We co-starred together in Lee Daniels' new film, The Deliverance. We got to know each other on set and off set, but it's time to get to know each other a little bit more. Here is Between Two Faves. At the 2021 Oscars, you danced during a music trivia, and we all got our entire life. And I remember I was there because you did the bump, and it was amazing. Which artists or songs are on your playlist right now?
I mean, I love classical music because I had an uncle who was a conductor, and I kind of got. I find it probably more soothing. Mm-hmm. I also have gotten to love jazz more than I thought.
For sure.
At first, I was scared of jazz.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know what it meant or something. Now, I think jazz is probably the closest musical expression of what it means to be a human being.
Yeah, for sure. I would like to say Ma Glenn did come support me and come see my show at the Blue Note in New York just a couple months ago. So I know that I was at least on her playlist or what she was listening to that night, okay?
I'm going to turn the question to you. You are a great jazz singer and a great composer.
Thank you.
Where did that come from?
I've always loved music. There's never a time, there's not like this big aha moment that I remember. Music is what I love. My father played music all the time in the house. My mother played music. Both of my parents can sing. I sang in church. As far as being a composer and producing and creating music, that's a newer endeavor with this latest album. I have all these ideas in my head, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what they would sound like on an album. So I just got with great musicians, my band, and just produced the record together. And so, I don't know, some of it's a mess, some of it's great, but I don't plan on stopping, that's for sure. This one is actually good. As you reflect on all you've done professionally and personally, what's one great life lesson you've learned or have grown from?
Probably it does not take any more energy to be kind than it does to be unkind.
Mm-hmm. I remember you saying that on set.
So choose to be kind.
Yeah. Yes.
Choose to be kind.
And she exemplifies that, by the way, when we were on set.
I love our characters because I think they're women who are caught in this cycle and they're doing the best they can. They've made huge mistakes, but also things have happened to them that have created that dynamic.
Yeah. One of the things, too, that I gleaned from your character, again, we have this idea that when she was young, there was maybe men in and out of her life. She wants to be loved. You know what I mean? I think she wants to be loved. I love seeing the relationship between you and Omar Epps on set. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it just was so amazing. And I think you just stepped into your sexiness and your womanhood and which I think to some degree was intimidating.
I wish I had asked for another take when he kissed me and have him kiss me a little bit longer. He just does his little peck. Oh, come on.
Were you uncomfortable or nervous doing that? Because it did not read on camera at all.
I wasn't. I was nervous just because, I don't know, it's Omar, but not nervous as far as Alberta was concerned. I was nervous as Glenn, but I wasn't nervous as Alberta.
Got it.
That makes any sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so listening to you answer the questions that we've been, doing together all day, I've heard you say that you got scared because you didn't think you would be good enough. Why do you feel that way?
Of course she has to pull me into this. I feel like I'm like this habitual people pleaser, you know what I mean? And so I think when I was in school, I was always weird. I think people were uncomfortable being around me. And sometimes I would always just drop the ball. You know what I mean? I couldn't get there, or I would be able to get to a certain point and then I wasn't able to follow through, or I could sing this part and then I would mess up here. And the truth of the matter is, I think I'm still trying to uncover why that is there, because I think that's probably deeper from my childhood. One of the things I've discovered is having ADHD, and having adult ADHD as a woman, basically you're annihilating yourself all the time. You know what I mean? It's a very challenging thing. Yeah, I'm not broken. I'm neurodivergent. That doesn't mean I'm terrible. I'm narrow. You know what I mean? My brain works differently, and I have to find new processes that work for me and that can help me to succeed.
How did that help you play Ebony?
Really hugely, because I do think that my own personal anxiety showing up not being good enough totally translated to Ebony, because she's sitting here feeling like, I want to be the best mother I can be. I want to be different from my environment. And then when she has moments when her past seems to seep into how she's raising her kids, it's incredibly painful for her. She definitely feels inadequate as a woman, as a mom, especially as a single mother. I think women often bear the brunt of blame for a lot of things all the time. And so it definitely informed Ebony because honestly, we're women. So we have to deal with this quite a bit, you know. That's a great question. That's super duper deep. So I have one more question too. You had said too, there's parts of her character that sticks with you. In her mind, she's like, I'm the baddest, I'm the sexiest wherever I go. So I'm curious if you have, or if you think there are moments in your life where you're gonna re-tap into Alberta just to, you know what I mean? You're like, you might be out, I don't know. Ma Glenn, you might be out somewhere at a little bar.
I hope so. I have to bring her back. I have to bring her back all the time because I fall into my self-deprecation.
Yeah.
Look at my aging, you know.
No, you look
arms.
amazing.
You know, I mean, let's face it, something women deal with all the time.
Absolutely.
Is what impression we're making through our bodies and stuff. And that's why it was so wonderful to play Alberta. And I'm trying, you know, I'm kind of moving slowly towards it, but it's...
I'm trying to get her back in the outfits that she had on set, you guys. That's my mission and my goal. No, you look amazing. You're so beautiful. I love you so much.
I love you too.